Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another cheeky little evening transfer news rundown for you in discussion and chat and Q&A and all that bollocks. What's going on, everybody? Thank you very much for joining us and getting involved with a cheeky little stream here tonight. We've got all the latest news to get into, of which the biggest headlines are absolutely gas-tastic and Slabo Maguire-esque. But we're going to cover all the latest news in this evening's show tonight, guys. Thank you very much for joining us at the start of this one. Do us a favour and smash that like button on this video at the start of this stream if you haven't done so yet. Give us a big like spike at the start of the show. Give us a share around if you're that way inclined as well. Feel free to give us a cheeky little share. The Twitter link is pinned to the top of the live chat. Go over there, give us a cheeky little retweet. And of course, if you're new to the channel, get yourself subscribed, get yourself involved in the live chat, and have your say throughout the show. What a fucking calamity, guys! Goodness me, we've got a complete breeze block that won't fucking flush at Manchester United. Get out of here, Slabo! And, obviously, you've probably seen the news, guys. This evening it's come out that Slabby Maguire is refusing to leave. He doesn't want to go and play for shitty West Ham. He's obviously got ideas above his station and thinks that he's actually a good player, which is mad. It's maddening, my friends. Who does he think he is, this guy? He's a mediocre meltbag, should be playing for Hull City. Maybe on loan at Sheffield United. Shouldn't be playing for the top upper echelon type sides like Manchester United. We're the stupid fools who are stupid enough to actually give him a huge contract worth more than he's worth by a country mile. And therefore disabling the possibility of him leaving Manchester United, it seems. We've had a calamity paying him what we pay him. He's now going to be seemingly taking the cash at the football club. He's a money-grabbing, greedy bastard. And rather than play regular football for David Moyes' Ginger Goblins over at West Ham, what he would prefer to do is just sit around, fanning around, being a complete fanny, and getting paid 200k a week at Manchester United to be a seventh choice fanny. That is his decision, it seems, at this moment in time. It's known that he respects David Moyes, and this isn't about that. It's more about the fact that he feels like he can get back into United's side. Rubbish! And the fact that he's getting paid £200,000 a week at Manchester United. This is what it's down to. It's an economical decision, it seems. So, obviously, he was expecting to get a massive payday from Manchester United if he was going to go to West Ham and Manchester United. What's the point? We don't see the value in the deal. May as well have Slabby Maguire as a sixth choice melter, breeze block-esque individual at the back there, just in case something goes horrendously wrong, and Doris the tea lady's not available as our fifth choice centre back, and you've got to stick old Slabbo Maguire meltbag in there. So, there is obviously some scenarios that Slabby Maguire plays at Man United, but the reality is he's just not going to play. He's going to be sixth, seventh choice centre-back. He's going to be doing absolutely nothing. If this is his decision and he decides to stay at Manchester United, then I hope he never plays for England again. I hope he never gets picked again by Gareth Southgate in his side. How can you pick somebody who's seventh choice centre-back at their side, who's just going to sit around like a complete fanny and fanny it around all the time? So we can't really be expected to sell him this summer transfer window at this stage. I mean, let's have a look at the latest news and updates. So Fabrizio Romano gave us an update earlier on, and he said that the Maguire deal is essentially off, at least for now. He says the Harry Maguire move to West Ham is now off. Harry respects West Ham, but there was never an agreement in personal terms. Sources close to Maguire say that Harry remains settled at United, loves the club, and believe he will get plenty of opportunities to play. What the fuck's this guy's problem, mate? Ten Hag just needs to go into Slabby Maguire's house, knock on his front door, go round his gaff, and say, Slabby Maguire, I've got to talk to you, my friend. You are an unwanted turd of a man at this football club, lad. You are as welcome as a log in a porta potty at a festival. That is what he needs to go in and say to him. Get out of this club, my son. Let's fucking eradicate you. Please. And just give him the clear lowdown of what's going on here and say, we do not need you, my friend. You are not going to play. In fact, the only team you're going to play for is the under-18s. And obviously you're too old to play for them, so you're just going to have to play for the reserves, mate. You're a shithouse and you will never play for Manchester United again. Surely this conversation has to be had. Surely Maguire's not going to prefer sitting around jostling his ball bag all season long, rather than actually playing games for West Ham and getting opportunities and maybe even being part of England's European Championship squad next summer. Get some fucking inspiration in your bones, Maguire. Get some fucking ambition, my son. You're not going to play at Manchester United, mate. Nobody wants you. Take the hint, mate. Take the hint. We want you to fucking go. He's like one of these one of these bloody stalker type bloody people in a relationship when you say, hey, listen, do one. I want nothing to do with you anymore. Get out of my fucking life. And then they keep sending you bouquets of fucking flowers turning up at your gaff. You know what I'm saying? What's the matter with these people, mate? Slabby Maguire is a stalker in disguise. And what's he doing at this football club? I don't know. But he's very difficult to get rid of. Very difficult to eradicate. We need to call in the fumigators for Harry Maguire, it seems, because this is some vermin that doesn't want to go. Let's get rid of this guy. He reminds me of the man in Men in Black, the fucking cockroach guy who's like, give me more sugar water. You know, this is it. He just wants more and more and more, this twat, without giving anything back to Manchester United at all. You know, what's this problem? Move on. Let everybody move on with their lives, Harry. You can play for a decent side. West Ham United are a decent side, aren't they? They're the perfect side for Harry Maguire because they're bang average shite. That's why. But Manchester United's a top side trying to do some top things. And we can't actually do those top things with a mediocre slabby-esque Meltoid in the team. So obviously, he has reached the end of the line. Sorry, Slabby, time to disembark the fucking gravy train at Manchester United, mate. You've reached the end of the line. You're now in Shitsville, bud. You've hit the last stop. Final destination, Shitsville. Get out. Get off the train, mate. You're not going back to the station. We've got cleaning to do. You know what I mean? Goodness me. This is what's going on with Harry. So, obviously, this man, don't know what to say, but it doesn't seem like he wants to go. David Ornstein also confirming this news. He says that Harry Maguire will not be joining West Ham. Man United would have needed to replace and shorten the time, obviously, in order to do so. Ten Hag sees the 30-year-old as an important squad member and happy for him to fight for his place. You what? Happy for him to fight for his place? Defender did not agree personal terms with West Ham United. What a fucking melter. Honestly, he deserves any sort of backlash that he gets from the United fan base now, in my humble opinion. Okay, there's people feeling sorry for Harry Maguire getting booed over in Dublin. Well, get your fucking boos out for the lads now, because this guy's refusing to go anywhere. He's clearly surplus. He's clearly not wanted. Ten Hag stripped the captaincy of him. What more can Ten Hag do other than, I don't know, slap him around the face every day he gets into training with a wet fish to tell him that he doesn't want to be a part of Manchester United anymore? He's clearly a backup. And if he's prepared to be a backup on 200 grand a week, well, he's got no ambition, does he? And he doesn't deserve any sympathy from the fan base. You know, he's going to get serious boos and serious backlash from the fan base unless he does decide to go before the end of the transfer window. There's teams interested in this twat. So you mean to tell me we had a £30 million offer on the table from West Ham and now we're not going to be able to sell this wank piece? It's a joke, mate. It's a shambles. It's a fucking debacle. We should have been able to get rid of this guy and it would have actually made our summer a heck of a lot better. Now it's like we've had the sweet taste of freedom. You know, we're kind of like, I don't know, somebody who's been in prison for a long time and they're winding down the days until they get released from this fucking jail cell. And it's coming to the last final hour. And the next thing you know, they get carted into court and tried for another crime and they get another 10 years. That's what's happening with this Harry Maguire bullshit. We almost thought we were free from this wanker. But as it turns out, no. He's still going to be lingering around here like a fucking fart in a spacesuit. What is this guy's issue? Zayn Miassi has got in here with a super chat. Thank you, Zayn. He says, sell Maguire to Spurs, who have lots of money from Kane. Who's more greedy, Maguire or James Cameron? At least Cameron makes good movies. Shut the fuck up, Zayn Miassi, about James Cameron and his pissing movies, my son. Yeah? You're talking nonsense, bud. I'm on here trying to have a passionate discussion about Slabby Maguire, mate. You're in here talking fucking nonsense about some Avatar guff. What's your problem, mate? Do you know what I mean? Sell Maguire to Spurs, yeah, chance would be a fine thing. I just said he doesn't want to join any shit clubs, mate. Do you know what I mean? He's not going to go to Spurs, is he? He's going to end up being a complete fucking Man United melter, Phil Jones 2.0, sitting around stinking up the gaff, taking his 200k a week, doing fuck all. That's what he's going to do, obviously. Obviously. Zayn Miassi says, can you imagine if we found Stargate, like the one from the film Stargate, and we sent Maguire through as a representative of the human race? What would the aliens think? Do you know what they would think? They would think that Zayn Miassi's the sort of bloke to come in here with absolutely bullshit comments, mate. That's what they would think. What are you talking about, Zayn Miassi, lad? Stargate, what is your obsession with sci-fi and movies and shit, mate? We're talking about real life stuff here, mate. We're talking about Manchester United. We're talking about Harry Maguire. We're not talking about some fucking make-believe science fiction guff fantasy world which you live in, my son. Okay? Enough from you tonight, Zayn Miassi. Listen, we all have a lot to bring to this conversation. From now on, you bring silence, my lad. We're talking. I'm trying to get some things off my chest here, Zayd. I'm not interested in your absolute pitter-patter guff right now, lad. Save it for the end. Save it for the Q&A at the end, my son. Right. So Harry Maguire to West Ham's looking very much in doubt. All outlets reporting that Harry Maguire is set to stay because he's impossible to get rid of. By the way, guys, if you're just getting in here, I've got plenty more to get off my chest here. If you're just getting in here, please do us a favour and smash that like button on this video. Give us a massive thumbs up at the start of this stream. And share us around and give us a cheeky little subscribe if you're new. We're on 73,135 subscribers. Hit the subscribe button if you are new to the channel. Get yourself involved and have your say on this absolute shitter, a non-quitter, Harry Maguire. Goodness me. So if he doesn't expect to get booed the next game, I don't know what his problem is. He's surely got to leave. I mean, he's made himself public enemy number 2 behind the Glazer shithouses with this sort of movement. Dharmesh Chef from Sky Sports reporting that the move is off. Everybody's reporting that the move is off because it seems like the move is off because he doesn't want to go. It's fundamentally down to that. So apparently there wasn't too much progression in terms of his progress with a potential move to West Ham anyway. So obviously we were saying that it seems like there's a big disagreement in place in terms of the amount of money to be paid in a golden handshake to Harry Maguire. Should be getting a fucking golden shower, the twat, instead, obviously. But he wanted a big, massive payday to go. Manchester United not prepared to do that because what's the point? It eats into the initial transfer fee, obviously. If he wants 15 million or something janky like that, you know, they're talking about he's on £10 million a year. There's a few years left on his deal. You'd have to pay him a small fortune just to piss off and join West Ham. And then obviously when you factor that all into the deal, £30 million up front, but then you got to take off 10 to 15 million or whatever it may be, fees involved, all this kind of stuff. What's the bloody point? It's not worth it for Manchester United. And the idea was for us to be able to go and reinvest that money into a player like Benjamin Pavard who makes us better and isn't a complete sharp merchant. That was the idea. But because of the fact that Maguire's not going, obviously it doesn't look like we're going to get Pavard either. We'll get onto that in a moment. But Dharmesh Chef says that Maguire's move to West Ham is off. It's thought that a departure this late would have left Manchester United little time to bring in a replacement. Erik ten Hag maintains he's an important player and happy to have him in the squad and fight for his place. What? This is bullshit. What do you mean it gives us little time to find a replacement? We've got bloody Benjamin Pavard twerking for us on social media, liking every single damn post that Manchester United put out there, and clearly wants to push away from Bayern München. The deal obviously was on the cards, but Harry Maguire is not going, and therefore it's hinging on that, really. It's hinging on this Pratt leaving. So obviously we could have got a replacement in time, guys, you know, and even if we couldn't get a replacement in time, Harry Maguire's just crap. Who needs Harry Maguire as a potential squad player? Who actually needs it? Hey, here you go, Harry. Listen, we've got 3 players injured. Do you want to come in and sit on the bench, mate, and come on for the last 20 minutes and score a fucking own goal? Okay, come this way. Slabby Maguire, come on down. You know, he's a liability. He's not going to do much for Manchester United. You know, he's bang average, he's slow as fuck, doesn't fit in Ten Hag style. Whenever you see Harry Maguire put on the pitch, you always see Manchester United stylistically melt. We're playing well, Maguire comes on, then we go to fucking shit mode. That's it. There's no in between. Harry Maguire changes the dynamic of this football team completely for the worse. You know? The only positive about Harry Maguire staying in this side is that Andre Onana might kick the shit out of him at some point. That's the only fucking positive. There's no point of this man being here any longer. He's had his time. We've had our time. We've done our bird, so to speak. We've done our porridge. You know, we've spent our time in jail here with Slabby Maguire as a bloody captain for the last few years, stinking up the gaff. Now it's time to do one. So apparently he was unhappy as well with the treatment from Erik ten Hag recently. Cry me a river, Slabby Maguire, on 200 grand a week. Do what Erik ten Hag wants you to do, mate, and we want you to go. Can he not take a message, this guy? Obviously, after having Johnny Evans come in the short term as well, and having his captaincy revoked, and then not playing hardly at all, and just being a fucking 7th choice melter, I'd say it's pretty clear that he's not wanted at the football club. Harry Maguire remains unhappy at his treatment at the hands of manager Erik ten Hag. I mean, you know, Ten Hag's well within his rights to not play a complete shark merchant of a player. Just because Slabby Maguire's got this massive monster ego and thinks that he's the bee's knees and everybody should be clambering to play him in their teams, you know, it doesn't mean that it's true. Ten Hag's right to drop him. This man's been a calamity for United for a number of years, constantly making significant errors, and now the twat doesn't even want to leave. Now the twat doesn't even want to leave, and he's costing us £30 million and costing us the potential to bring in a new player, a better player, a more superior player, a player that's not a complete airy breeze block of a twat of a defender, mate. There you go, exactly, Adam Crumpy says, Maguire clearly has a vendetta against Man United. Well, that's it. I mean, look, he could do the honourable thing, couldn't he? Does Harry Maguire even know what the word honour means? I don't know, I don't think he does. He could do the honourable thing and go and play for West Ham for a little bit less money, you know? Play regular football, play for the passion, play for the glory, play for the fact that you actually play, not just sit around making cups of tea for the squad. Play because you actually have the opportunity in front of you. Go there and play. That's all we're asking for this twat to do. Yeah, West Ham have to come up with a majority of his wages, and Manchester United would have to make up the rest. But surely there could be some sort of a middle ground there, some sort of an amount of money that it makes Maguire consider to go to West Ham. It seems like he's just asking for too much money, and it was never really on the cards because of the overall obscene amount of cash that he was asking for, and therefore it doesn't make it valuable for Manchester United to sell him in the end, because we want to use that money to go and get Pavard or someone like that. And then obviously it's not going to happen if Bayern want 30 million for him, and we're only after we've paid the bloody golden handshake off to Maguire getting less than 20. It doesn't quite add up. I still say give him what he wants and get rid of this fucking turd. I still say that. But, you know, obviously Maguire doesn't want to go anywhere at this moment. He feels like he can get into United's side. You say he's got a vendetta against United. Crikey. Who knows? He's on a gravy train with biscuit wheels, my friend. He just needs an easy, you know, couple of years now to chill. It's all about the player, isn't it? You think he would have ambition to want to go somewhere and play. Unfortunately, he doesn't seem to have that. He just wants to get money. It's all about money. Money-grabbing bastard, Slabby Maguire. Could quite easily go and get game time and play and get in England set up. But no, he just wants the money at Manchester United because he's on 200 grand a week because we're thick. And we've given him so much cash, which he doesn't deserve. And he's obviously onto a winner there, isn't he? Every day's the lottery win for him. You know, all he has to do is rock up in his fucking ridiculously expensive car and go to training and sit on the bench now for a couple of seasons and get paid 200 grand a week. He's a new Phil Jones. So because of that, he's on an absolute gravy train. And he knows it. And I don't think he wants to give that up anytime soon. Why would he want to go and put in a slog at West Ham United for less money? Why would he want to go and play for David Moyes? Goodness me, I don't blame him in that sense. Imagine going to work every day and looking at David Moyes square in the eyes. Fuck that. But Harry Maguire, you know, what's the alternative? Sitting around stagnating, being a complete fester of an individual at Manchester United and never playing and probably not getting the England set up. I hope he never plays for England ever again if he stays and refuses to leave in this summer transfer window. He doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve to play for Southgate's England, but Southgate's such a bloody melter. He'll probably end up selecting him anyway. Aaron says, you're not a wizard, Harry. Thank you for being a member 40 months, Aaron. Get in there, my son. Let's get a hashtag 40 in the live chat. You're spot on, mate. He's not a wizard. He's the opposite of a wizard. He's a fucking orc or something. He's like I don't know, a bloody, what's the word, like some sort of a fucking warlock. He's like a wizard, but a twat version. He's a conjurer of gastastic spells of own goals and stuff. That's what he does. He's literally incapable of putting in quality performances, this guy. Anyway, so, you know, Slabby Maguire doesn't want to go, guys. That's the reality. It seems that we're stuck with a wanker. We've got to try and get rid of him, of course. There's still 2 weeks left of this transfer window. Surely it can happen. I don't know, guys. It doesn't look good at the moment, does it? Everybody's saying that he's going to stay. He doesn't seem to want to go. He had an opportunity at West Ham. He's too Billy Big Bollocks for that. No. It's not Hollywood enough for him. No. He wants to go and play for the top sides. He's happy at Manchester United getting paid 200 grand a week, being a United player, you know? Being a United player, and even though he's not going to ever play. I mean, Ten Hag surely has got no plans for Harry Maguire in the first team. How many appearances do you think Harry Maguire's going to make between now and the end of the season if he stays, guys, in the league? Let us know. I say like 5, because surely we're not going to play, guys. Surely he's literally a backup to the backups at this stage. We know how Ten Hag wants to play. We know that we've got Martinez and Varane, and beyond that, he's even preferably going to select somebody like Luke Shaw to play at centre back. So he's barely going to play, and he shouldn't even play that many times if you ask me. That's just literally when you're scraping the barrel, you've got nobody better to come in there, and you just need to chuck a body in there, some potato with arms and legs in the bloody team, just to make up the numbers, basically. That's the only time Harry Maguire's ever going to play. So he's asking himself for trouble here in regards to his England selection. That's all I'm saying. Oh, my goodness me. And what really annoys me about this whole Maguire situation is we were supposed to go and get a new defender. There was talks of Todibo. There was talks of Benjamin Pavard. You know, we could easily have gone and got another defender if Harry Maguire was prepared to leave without asking for an absolutely exorbitant amount of money. But as it is, this wank piece does want an exorbitant amount of money, and he's too big bollocks, too big time Charlie to go to West Ham. So we're stuck with him, and therefore we won't get a suitable replacement, and there's no value in the deal for Manchester United to go and buy somebody else now, because we've got a fucking complete brick at the back there on £200,000 a week who's unsellable, guys. Unsellable, unsaleable, nobody wants him. And if they do want him, he doesn't want them. He's literally unsaleable. We've got a contract which we have to honour with this man, and because of that, the power is in Harry Maguire's court. He has the ability to stay and siphon money out of the football club for as long as he wants, even if he doesn't play any games this season. Even if he just doesn't ever play for Manchester United again and sits in the bloody reserves. He's still getting paid the same amount of money. You know, so what does he care? He's quids in. Chris Koo, you're spot on there, my son. He says, more like Schmeagol pig. United is his precious. Absolutely, isn't he? He reminds me of somebody that's been deranged for a period of time, lad. You know what I mean? We brought him in from Leicester City, expecting the world from him, expecting lots of good things from him, and we've been served a steaming platter of gash over the last 4 years from this man. The worst captain in United's history. And if he was a real player, if he was a real man, if he had real bollocks about him, he would just walk away. He would walk away, go and play for West Ham, go and play regular football, and have a little bit of honour, and show a little bit of bollocks about him, and maybe try and repay some of the money that Manchester United have paid to this guy to do nothing for us. But instead his ego's absolutely cataclysmic, and he thinks like Ten Hag owes him something, or that Manchester United owe him something. He actually thinks he's like the defensive version of Cristiano Ronaldo or something, this prat. He thinks he's too big and too good to leave and go and play for a mid-table side. So the understanding at this moment in time is that Harry Maguire wants to try and stay and fight his way back into the side. Fucking hell. The only way he could fight his way back into the side is if that they actually did like a full-on MMA knockout bloody tournament Grand Prix type shit within the dressing room. I might fancy him then because he's got a 6-inch thick cranium. You know, I might fancy him there. Maybe like that episode of The Simpsons where Drederick Tatum's just smashing Homer Simpson and he gets tired because Homer Simpson's got a fucking absolute brick of a head. It doesn't matter how many times you punch him. He still can't be knocked out. That's what's going on there. That's the only way Harry Maguire wins any sort of fight into the team. He's not capable of doing it from a footballing standpoint. The Bristolian Mackham, thanks for your highlighted comment here, pal. He comments and says, Slabby thinks he's good because he won the league, but he fails to realise he had one of the best ever CDMs in Kante in front of him. I don't even think he wasn't even there, bud. You've got it wrong, Bristolian Mackham. That twat was playing for Leicester City the season after, mate. He never won the fucking league. Anything he even won's a bunch of fucking relegations, mate. He's never won the fucking league with Leicester City, my son. That's a fallacy. That's a myth. That's false. He never did. He's not a winner. He's a born loser, my son. Yes, he won the League Cup with Bruno Fernandes holding his fucking hand, mate, and him not even being part of the fucking squad properly at the time. Yes, he did that. That's all he's ever won. He's never won anything, mate. Harry Maguire's a born loser, lad. He's a born loser. He's only ever won the Carabao Cup and a bunch of relegations. He's not even won the Premier League, mate. No, you're getting mixed up with an actual decent player. I don't know, Wes Morgan or something. You know, he's not won anything. He's a loser. He's the definition of a loser. He's been relegated more times than he's won any trophies. So, no. Just, he doesn't deserve our time of day as United fans anymore. Do you know what? Boo! Boo! Sorry to say, that's all he's going to get at United now from the fans. That's all he deserved from the fans. He has the option to leave, and instead he's given us a kick right in the big love spuds there. Just to say, nah, sorry, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not fucking leaving. I refuse to leave. You guys are going to have to put up with my mug for another couple of years. He's got how long left on his contract? 3 years, isn't it? I can't take 3 years of Harry Maguire at this football club taking out £10 million a year, sitting around on the bench like a big slab of a man. I can't take 3 minutes more of it, never mind 3 years of it. So we've got to reach some sort of conclusion. You know, ultimately, it's a complete nightmare. We just need to cut our losses on the guy. We just need to sack him off. Look, if he doesn't want to go to West Ham United, let's just fucking sack him off. Give him away. You know, at least we're not paying out £10 million a year for somebody who's not good enough to play. Oh, too many players ahead of him. Too much money that he's paid. Cannot justify his place in the side. And you know what? Fundamentally, he's gas-tastic. He's not right for Ten Hag's style. He's not right for Manchester United. And if he lingers around here, he's only going to make himself more hated. And the abuse is only going to be heightened. So he is the master of his own destiny here. Now, does his destiny look like regular game time over at somewhere like West Ham United and playing for Gareth Southgate's gas-tastic England side next summer? Or does his destiny look like making cups of tea along with Boris in the fucking changing rooms, mate? You know what I'm saying? What's his destiny look like? All I know is that Harry Maguire is not a United player and shouldn't be here. And look, I can't imagine that Ten Hag realistically wants to keep him. Given the choice, if he could generate 20 or 30 million pounds to get rid of this guy and go and reinvest that in somewhere else in the team, I'm sure he would be jumping at the chance of doing so. So I cannot believe that Ten Hag is happy with Maguire to stay. I mean, what? Nobody would be happy with Maguire to stay at this stage when there was a £30 million offer on the table. So, unfortunately, Maguire is just, he's a turd that won't flush. That's it. Unflushable. So, very disappointing. I mean, look, we were going to finance the Benjamin Pavard deal with this. Look at this piece of information here. So, Bayern, understandably, wanting £35 million. £35 million, which obviously is too high. We're not going to give him £35 million. Of course, Harry Maguire, no pigging way. That was never going to happen. But somewhere in the middle of the two figures, maybe 30 million euros, somewhere around about there, which would have been financed by the Harry Maguire sale. So we would have gone and got somebody who's reasonably versatile. He's not coming in to be a worldie and take the starting spot of Rafael Varane or anything, but he would have been coming in to be a good backup for us and versatile, could play right back, centre back, all that malarkeys. And we would have got him for a reasonable amount of cash. We would have sold Maguire. We'd have got £200,000 a week off of our books. Therefore, we'd have pocketed some profit as well. And then we would have signed Benjamin Pavard, who's literally twerking for Manchester United on social media. And that could have been easily done and dusted in the matter of a week if Maguire was prepared to piss off. But unfortunately, Maguire has decided to stay, and therefore it means that this Benjamin Pavard deal is basically done. It's off. It's not possible. It's really unlikely that it will happen now. So don't expect that to happen, guys, unless Maguire goes, and he's not going. It's now known that the Pavard deal is pretty much dead in the water if Maguire stays. Of course it is. So here's a report that says that Benjamin Pavard will not join Manchester United unless Maguire is sold. United and Maguire struggling to agree a payoff. Absolutely, he won't go. He won't go unless Maguire's sold. We're not going to add another defender to the ranks when we've got a complete slabbo there, paid so much money to be 7th choice, who will then become 8th choice. It's not going to happen. So either Maguire needs to have that sit-down talk with Erik Ten Hag, and Erik Ten Hag needs to say to him, hey, listen to me, Slabbo Maguire, you're not wanted. It's time for you to pack your bags, mate. Like Pingu, with a fucking put all your shite in a sack on a stick and walk out into the icy cold, mate. See you later on, bud. Please go. Please go. We'll give you a golden handshake and a golden shower on the way out. Now, don't talk to us anymore. Don't send us a postcard. I don't want to call on my birthday. Just fuck off. That's what he needs to do. And Harry Maguire, obviously, it's down to him, though. The player power is massive. He's got huge power in the sense that he's got a contract at United, which Manchester United must honour, whether we want the guy or not. So we're screwed, guys. We're screwed. He is a Manchester United player for the next few seasons, regardless of whether or not we want him or Ten Hag wants him. He's a United player. The only way they can guarantee getting rid of him is to terminate his contract. And you know what that means? That means that we'd have to pay him the remainder of his contract up to the end date of his contract, which is like 10 million a year. So are United going to do that? No, it's better off to just keep him around stinking up the gaff like a piece of fucking Stilton in the fridge. You know? He's better off just as a backup to the backups, I suppose. But crikey, now we're talking about just wasting our money, wasting our potential to go and sign somebody else, and having somebody who doesn't really want to be here. I don't really believe Harry Maguire wants to be here. He just hasn't had the perfect offer yet. He's not had an offer from Real Madrid, because he's not going to get an offer from Real Madrid because he's shite. That's the sort of ego this man has. And obviously, because he's got a contract, we have to honour that. And he will just get his head down, collect that 200 grand a week paycheck, and chill out. There you go. Can't believe it, to be honest, guys. Let's get a hashtag Slabby out in the live chat. I'm disgusted with this man. He's gone even further down in my estimations. He's literally gone down 7 notches. 7 notches he's gone down in my estimations with this news today. That puts him at minus 679 notches. You know what I'm saying? This guy is literally, he's so far down the rungs on the ladder. He's literally bloody tickling Satan's ball bag. You know what I'm saying? He's so far down the bloody ladder. It's unbelievable. Super chat. Hey, thank you very much, Jay Flex, for getting in with a super chat. He says, that's why we need Qatar. They would just write him off like a bad habit. Yeah, precisely, that's it. That's why we need Qatar, mate. And that's not how you spell Qatar, but we'll pretend that it is. That's why we need Qatar, mate, because, you know, they would have so much cash they could just write this melter off. I mean, United should probably just write this melter off anyway, guys. I don't know. Just to prove a point. I don't know, guys. We can't just chuck away the money, can we? We'd have to reach some sort of amicable agreement with Harry Maguire. And he'd actually have to want to go to West Ham. I mean, what is it with Maguire that he thinks he's better than West Ham? I mean, I understand perhaps wanting to get the remainder or the difference in his contract. Let's face it, if West Ham are coming in at 130 grand a week, say, and he's on 200 grand a week, why should we expect him to go for £70,000 less a week? But if Manchester United are prepared to pay that difference, and we're prepared to pay £70,000 a week, why wouldn't he want to go? He obviously thinks he's too good for West Ham. Well, I'm telling you now, Slabby Maguire, you're not too good for West Ham, you're not too good for West Brom, you're not too good for fucking West Highland Terrier FC. You're fucking dog and duck pub side. You're not too good for any of those sides. If anybody wants you, you should jump at the chance and play. You know? It's a joke. So, Maguire to West Ham's looking very unlikely, guys. If we did write him off, goodness me, it would cost us 30 million quid. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you think that we should just write him off. Just get him gone. Smash a 2 if you think, like I do, to be fair, like he is better off just, I guess he's better off just like being a backup and just playing him when you absolutely need him. I mean, it would be nice to get rid, but the reality is we have to pay off the remainder of his deal, and he's just on too much cash. Drop him on Pep's doorstep, says DJ Superfly. He'd call the cops, mate. For fly tipping! He'd call the cops for fly tipping, lad! Lots of ones coming in the live chat saying, write him off like a bad debt. That's what this man is. Pal Mario says he needs to write himself off while driving home from training. Bloody hell! Oh, by the way, folks, thank you everyone for being in here. Very stressful evening this. Very bad news, obviously. Didn't want to hear this. This was the last thing I wanted to hear about Manchester United's transfer dealings this summer. Thought we were going to get rid of this guy finally, but he stays. He's staying. Do us a favour if you're just joining the stream, though, and smash the like button. We got over 400 legends in here. Let's see if we can get 400 likes on the stream. Give us a like, Spike. It will help the channel out. It will help boost us up there on the old algorithm. We're 2 likes away from 200 likes, guys. Smash that fucking like button, mate. Like your name is Mike Tyson and Slabby Maguire stood in front of you. And also hit the subscribe button if you're new. We're on our way to 74,000 subscribers. Get yourself involved and smash that subscribe button. Nice one. Okay, so just to clarify for anybody getting in here, Slabby Maguire's a complete rancid turd of a man. He will not go anywhere. He's like the Ebola virus. And we don't have an antidote for it at the moment, guys. We don't have a vaccine for Slabbo Maguire. Right. We are expecting a PAVARD bid soon, regardless, but not a PAVARD bid, sorry, an Amrabat bid. PAVARD's fucked. We're not getting PAVARD, guys. That deal is in the shit. Because Slabby Maguire was going to finance that deal. Same goes for the Todibo deal. But the Amrabat deal, we should still hopefully be able to get that deal done. We sold Fred. We're still looking to put a bid in there for Amrabat. That's the current situation. Obviously, that still needs to materialise, though. I mean, there is a possibility this affects that as well. But, you know, here's the update on the Amrabat situation. It's understood there will be an Amrabat bid reasonably soon. Thank you, Enigma Al. How are you doing, boss? Thanks for getting here and being a member for 6 months, bro. Exactly, Gungshi. Slabby and Glazer shithouses out. Enigma Al says, I unliked when you started bashing my West Ham. I'm actually celebrating this moment. Fair play to you, Enigma Al. Do you know what? West Ham are shite, bud. There you go, I said it. Mid-table mediocre fucking guff, lad. Enjoy your fucking one gastastic European Trophy Conference League guff. Nobody cares about you Inter-Toto Cup shite, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm really unhappy that you unliked my video, mate. I'm really sad that you unliked my video. Fuck off, bud. There's bigger fish to fry around here. It goes by the name of a fucking £250 tuna by the name of Harry Maguire, my son. You know, you must be fucking jumping for joy that you haven't got this fucking tit in your side. Seriously though, West Ham fans dodged a bullet there, if you ask me. He would have gone in there, probably, and stunk up the place. He probably would have done. You'd have probably been seeing OGs every other week. So, from a West Ham fan perspective, if I were you, I'd be bloody happy, mate. I'd be putting 6 likes on this video if I were you, bud. Because you know what? You've dodged a fucking bullet, mate. You haven't even dodged a bullet, you've dodged a fucking A-bomb. You've dodged an A-bomb, mate. That's true, Berber. The slowest bullet in the world. Exactly the slowest bullet in the world. Goodness me. You're absolutely right. Anyway, okay, so look, we're expecting an Amrabat bid soon. Do you know what? I haven't got the strength in me tonight, guys. I haven't got the strength in me tonight to talk about other transfers and shit like that. You know, Scott McTominay, who could he be bought by West Ham if Lucas Paqueta goes? Who the fuck knows? He'll probably decide not to go as well. He'll probably just hold hands with Slabby Maguire and skip through the fucking meadows at Carrington and chill and get his fucking paycheck as well, rather than actually go and put in some graft. You know what I'm saying? He'll probably just do the same. So I'm not even going to talk about McTominay if Paqueta gets sold. I'm not even going to talk about it. Can't be bothered. Amrabat, let's wait and see. I've been talking about Amrabat bid coming in for a fucking week now. Where's this bid? Where is the bid? I haven't seen the bid. Where's the bid? Let's get the bid in. Fuck's sake. This transfer window's getting more and more frustrating. Right, guys, rate this transfer window out of 10. Rate the transfer window out of 10 as of right now. Well, it was like a 7 for me. It would have been a 9 if we got rid of Slab and McTominay and gone out there and signed Amrabat and maybe Pavard or something like that. But as of right now, it's a fucking 5. It's bang average. It's bang average, guys. Yes, Onana looks like an absolute baller. Mason Mount's a bloody gash-tastic signing at 60 million quid. I don't care what anybody says. Sorry to disappoint you. That's just my take on it. Deal with it. Yes, he needs time and he's only just got in here, but fuck me, that's not going to revolutionise anything at United. And then obviously Højlund's bloody injured right now. I think he's going to be an immense signing, but let's hope. There's still some doubt about that. The rest of the transfer window, yeah, we got rid of a few players, but we haven't got rid of the main culprits. Goodness. We've only got rid of a few, like, henchmen around the place. J Flex, thank you for your super chat, says Harry is like the ant in condensed milk you just can't get rid of. So true there, Jay. Absolutely, mate. That's absolutely spot on, mate. That's actually a really nice analogy to use for Harry Maguire. I would say he's more like the absolute fucking 12-pound floater that your great-grandma's put in the bloody toilet downstairs that you have to, you know, unclog with your by hand. Because it's so fucking monstrous that the plunger just won't work. You know what I'm saying? That's more what he's like, lad. But, you know, I like what you said there. Right, let's see your ratings out of 10 here for the transfer window. 5 says Spike Bitey. 4 says Chico Goblin. 4 says Lord PlayStation. 5 says Rory. 2 says Clint. 5 says Jonathan. 4, 4, 2, 4. This is no good, is it, guys? It's no good. I mean, it's almost a bloody 0 out of 10 with Slabo Maguire staying at the football club. It's almost a bloody 0. That's how much this is of an insult. This whole situation is. We're dangling that carrot in front of us, you know. We've had the carrot dangled right in front of us. We're chasing the fucking carrot. Next thing you know, it turns into a fucking brick. And Slabby Maguire stays. And we get hit in the face with a fucking brick like that bloke in Home Alone. And Macaulay Culkin chucks the brick off the fucking roof in the second one. You know what I mean? It's like that. We're getting a brick to the face here with Slabby Maguire staying. It's a disgrace. So, I can't get excited about this transfer window anymore until we've gone and got Sofyan Amrabat or maybe somebody else as well. We could still do with a forward player to sign. We could still do with somebody else coming in as well. But Harry Maguire seems like he's stuck here in the U-bend at Manchester United. He's stuck in the U-bend. Oh, my goodness me. Hey, the Mustard says, get that shitty player out. Spot on, man. Come on. Hashtag Slabby out. Hashtag Glazers out. We're having a nightmare. Exactly, Vincent Bullock. A brick made of shit. Exactly. Some may say this is harsh. But look, this guy has the opportunity to leave United and play regular football elsewhere. Instead, he's prepared to face the backlash from the fans. Don't feel sorry for Harry Maguire anymore. There's a lot of people that are like, oh, you're being harsh on Harry Maguire every week. You know, he's the butt of your jokes. Or, you know, all there's the fans over in Dublin are booing him. Don't boo one of your own players. This man, if he stays, knows exactly what he's doing. He knows the sort of abuse and backlash he will get, but he's just prepared to take it to get his 200k a week. That's it, guys. As long as he gets his fucking pound of flesh, he'll be happy. Football's gone to shite. You know what? Why is it so much in the player power though? I get it. You know, obviously they need to have some security in their jobs. But crikey, listen, if you have a job most people, I mean, some people might have a job like this, but I've never heard of anybody who has. When you go and work for a company, if they say, listen, mate, you're doing shite, you get sacked off. They might give you a few weeks' notice. You might even get a couple of months' notice. But fundamentally, you don't get to say, you know what, sorry, you guys signed a contract with me for fucking 5 years, and you've got to pay me every day, even though I'm just going to go in the bathroom and toss one out every single day and not work. You know what I mean? Well, how does that happen? Why the fuck does that work in football, mate? People go and work at their jobs and they get sacked off, made redundant left, right and centre, mate. But if you're a footballer, oh, you get a 5-year deal and they have to honour it. What the fuck's that all about? Why? Makes no sense. We should just be able to go, Harry, you are underperforming, mate. Time for a fucking tribunal to talk about your job, pal. Guess what? We don't want you, mate. First strike. Oh, you've scored another couple of OGs. Second strike. Third strike and you're out. Oh, Slabby, you're a fucking complete melter of a man. Third strike. See you later on. You're fucking sacked. You know? Step into my office. Why? Because you're fucking fired. That's why he should... That's what should happen with Harry Maguire, and that's what should happen with football. But unfortunately, it's not like that. It's not like the real world. These guys are mollycoddled. They're wrapped up in fucking cotton wool all the time. They get the best of the best of the best. Not only on a couple £100,000 a week, but they got the best fucking job security going. Why? Why can't the club go, you know what, you're not performing. You've not given us what we've signed up for here. Fuck off. Why can't that happen? You fucking what, United? Says, would you let Slab have his way with you to move him on? You fucking what, United, mate? I'd bend over and think of England, mate. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do, lad. No joke, this guy's a fucking absolute parasite at the football club, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? Chance would be a fine thing. If only it was so simple. If only it was that fucking simple, guys. But unfortunately, no. Stuck with the guy. Stuck with him. I'd take a shot in the mouth to get rid of Harry Maguire. Oh, fucking hell. What did I just say? What did I just say, guys? I don't know why I said that. Fucking hell. Just for the record, I'm not gay. I'm not gay, guys. Just for the record, right? Oh, my God. Anyway. Okay, listen. So... oh my God. But anyway, listen, we got to get rid of this guy. That's the reality, but he's unflushable right now. I went too far there, didn't I? I definitely went too far, mate. That's on the internet now, I know. I definitely went too far. Oh my God. Anyway, right guys, okay, listen. I'm just going to get into the live chat tonight and see your thoughts and opinions on it now. You've heard my thoughts and opinions. You know, I'm done talking about the guy. It seems we're stuck with him. It seems that this rancid melter of a man is staying at this football club. And we cannot get rid of him, guys. That's what it seems like. You know, so... let's get into the live chat, see what you guys are saying about the whole situation. Do give us a retweet if you're on Twitter. The link's pinned to the top of the live chat. Have your say in the live chat as well. Get your thoughts and opinions about anything we discuss. And smash that subscribe button as well. You do have to be subscribed to chat, but it's free to subscribe, and you only need to be subscribed for 0 seconds to have your say. So get yourself involved, have your say. Let's hear your thoughts and opinions on this absolute Easter Island stone pillar of a breeze block of a melter. Have your say on this rock, this stone, this gas-tastic meltoid, this concrete fucking wanker that is Harry Maguire. Let's talk about it. Ooh. Do you reckon, Bendor? I wouldn't say so, mate. I wouldn't say so. Cranium Maguire says Gattuso. I'm fucking done, though, with talking about transfers tonight. You know, fuck the transfer news tonight, guys. There is no news. Man United wanking around. That's what we're doing. That's the fucking transfer news. Harry Maguire staying at the football club like a fucking anchor, weighing us down. And a wanker weighing us down. That's what's happening. That's the only thing that's happening. We aren't going in for Sofyan Amrabat right now. Why not? We need to get Sofyan Amrabat in to somehow ease the pain of having to have that slab around for another 3 years. Should have given Harry a testimonial, says Dave. Yeah? You feel like Slabby as a striker on FIFA was a lot better. Can't be any worse. At least he might score some goals for you rather than the opposition. Well, there you go, Clint. Obviously some Glazer shit. Connor Garrity, thank you for your super chat here. He says, Harry Maguire is greedy. He wants to keep getting the money. Yeah, spot on, mate. Absolutely, doesn't he? Yeah. He is. He's like the football version of the Glazer shithouses, just sucking at the teat non-stop, getting that fucking milk. He's all aboard the Bisto gravy trade, mate, and he's loving it, going straight to Millionairesville. What a fucking tosspot. I couldn't agree more with you, Connor. Like, he's happy getting his 200k a week, mate. You know, we've seen it before. He's not the only one. There's been many parasites of this football club, just leechers who'd come in here and just get the money and don't care. Paul Pogba, you know, Phil Jones, these sorts of guys. Phil Jones had the opportunity to go and play for several clubs over the last couple of seasons that he was here. Did he want to go? Fuck no, he didn't want to go, because that would actually mean he had to lift a finger and do something, rather than just being some Hollywood twat saying, oh, you know, I play for Manchester United and I wear pink boots and I drive my fucking pink Lamborghini into training every day and I pretend like I'm a Manchester United player. He's got the easiest job in the world, Harry Maguire, because he gets 200k a week and he doesn't even need to perform. He can play like absolute shite and he still gets the same paycheck at the end of the week. What a joke. Thank you very much, Connor Garrity, for getting in here with your thoughts there, bud. Berber says, people out there lucky to get 1 million a day, and he's crying over some more millions to go with the already undeserved fortunes. Absolutely, mate. How much more money does this twat need? Doesn't it come down to playing football? Goodness me, I wish these players could go back to being children at some point. You know, mentally speaking. Some of them actually are, to be fair. Maguire's probably one of them. But I wish they could go back to when they felt what they felt when they were children. Because let's face it, football is a working class sport. There's very few posh knobs in football. You look at all the best players in the world, they're usually from a poverty-stricken background, right? And if they could go back to when they were playing football just for the pure joys of playing football in the street with their mates, you know what I mean, jumpers for goalposts, all the rest of it, scooping out the ball from underneath the fucking cars and playing for the pure joy of the game and the love of the game, if they could go back then and speak and have a conversation with their inner child, that inner child would probably headbutt them straight in the fucking happy sacks, my friend, and say, sort your fucking life out, mate. You're going to sit around on the bench just getting money when you could be playing the beautiful game and being part of competitive football and a competitive team and having that team spirit and playing regular football and writing a story. You know, that's what you're doing as a professional footballer. But unfortunately, these wankers just care about cash. If they could go back and have that conversation with themselves as a child, that child would tell them to man the fuck up and move on and play for a different football team. If you ask me. Nobody thinks about, when they're 5, 6 years old playing football on the bloody playground at school with their mates, thinking about, am I going to sit on the bench at Manchester United for an extra couple of years getting 200k a week? Nobody thinks about that at all. You just want to play for the love of the game. These people have forgotten that. They're too greedy. They get everything handed to them. Thank you for your super chat here there, Orlando Arellano. He says Maguire is on course to be the new Phil Jones, for fuck's sake. Phil Jones 2.0, bud. He's not only on twice the money as Phil Jones, but he's also got twice the sized cranium as Phil Jones, and he's twice as fucking shit. There you go, he's literally the 2.0 version of Phil Jones. Goodness. Harry Jones, absolutely. Thank you for your super chat there, by the way. Appreciate it. It's a very passionate show tonight, guys. Everyone's getting in it. It's disgusting, says Danny. Connor Garrity. Can Man United cancel his contract, says Connor Garrity? I mean, we can. We can cancel his contract. We can absolutely cancel his contract. But, like I said, we'd have to pay the remainder of his contract. We could terminate his contract. Yeah, we could. We could do the old Arnie Schwarzenegger, come with me if you want to live, and fucking terminate this twat. But the only problem there is, we'd have to pay him out for the remainder of his deal. And he's got, 3 years left on his contract at Manchester United? Because we were dumb enough to increase his bloody deal a little while ago. He's got a few years left on his contract at Manchester United, which means that, crikey, you're going to have to fork out rather than receive any money for him and let him go to West Ham because he doesn't want to go. We'd have to basically pay him 30 million to fuck off. And then he can just go and sign for whoever he wants as a free agent. So we can't do that. It'd be better off just let him rot in the reserves, mate. Like the fish head of a player that he is. That's what we should do. Just let him rot rather than go and get... spend money on him to go. Let's just put him in the bloody reserves and never let him play another game for us. That's his option. That's his opportunities. He's either got the option to sit around for a couple of years and do fuck all, or he can go and play football and be part of Gareth Southgate's European Championship squad. There's no in between. 2 years, 2 years in an option for an extra year. Well, we're not fucking exercising that option for an extra year, are we? No bloody way. If he stays for 2 years lingering around here and nobody wants the guy, crikey. In fact, you know what? I would exercise the fucking option for a third year if we could, just to make him sit in the reserve for another year. That wanker never deserves to play for another football team ever, or play for England ever again, if he doesn't want to leave this summer when he's got a perfectly decent team prepared to go in for him. I mean, I would get it if it was a proper cash team like fucking Kettering Town or something. Even then, I would say, you've got a chance to play regularly, and it's your standard. But right now he's got West Ham, who are actually in the Europa League this season. They're a mid-table mediocre melt side, but they're in the Europa League. They are going to finish mid-table. It's top-flight football. He could do a heck of a lot worse. That's the best-case scenario for Harry Maguire as a West Ham-type club. The best case. So I don't understand this Billy Big Bollocks ego of his, where he thinks he's got massive ideas above his station, that he's way better than West Ham United. What are you talking about, mate? You're not better than West Ham. West Ham's better than you, if anything. You should be lucky that David Moyes, the Ginger Goblin's as got as shite at decision-making as you are. And that he actually wants you. Angie says, give Maguire the car park attendant's job. You can't do that, my friend, because he'd just go and get everyone to park in the fucking disabled spaces where they don't have a badge. He's fucking useless, mate. It doesn't matter what job you give him, he'd still manage to fuck it up, I'm sure. Crikey. Yes, that's right, Rushmano. If you're just getting in the stream tonight, we've got 450 legends in here. Smash that subscribe button. We're on here daily with all the latest United news. We cover all the latest goings-on at this football club in a no-bullshit way. So get yourself involved by smashing the subscribe button. It's free to subscribe, and also smash the like on the video if you haven't done so. Twat that like button, guys. Maguire wants to fight for his place in the team, says John. Fair enough. I'd like him to fight his place into the team as well. I'd like him to have a fight with Tyson Fury for his place in the team, mate. You know, that's the only way I would be up for him trying to fight his way into the team. Because then we see him get slapped around. That's the only way that I would be happy with him seeing him fight his place in the team. He's not going to get a place in the team because he's fundamentally gash. And he doesn't even fit in with what Ten Hag's trying to do, stylistically speaking. He's gash. He's a proven melter. Exactly, Edward Reed. If Ten Hag ever plays Maguire again, he shows a weakness. He probably won't ever play him, will he? Yeah, that's a very good point. He'd probably never play this prick. Hello there, Lily Gamer. Welcome and hope you're doing good. Well, you know, it's frustrating, Lily. You know, we were expecting the last week or so that this guy's finally going to be gone. Finally going to be gone. You know, we're expecting him to leave. It's like just, I don't know, we're waiting for, I don't know, it kind of what it reminds me of is like, don't know, Jim in American Pie, where he's a bloody virgin and he's waiting all his life to lose his virginity. And he's finally got Nadia, the foreign exchange student, in his bedroom, and she's got her kit off. And he only prematurely ejaculates twice in his pants, mate, and doesn't get to do anything. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's like. Except it's not even that, because we haven't even got any fucking orgasm or anything. All it is just a fucking complete headache and pain. That's what it is. We haven't received any joy. Connor Garrity, thank you very much for the $2.99, $2.49 super chat. He says, need a hitman for Maguire. Crikey, get Roy Keane on the case, mate. The Hoopman says 450 watching, 276 likes. So that's good, guys. We're nearly at 300 likes. Thank you so much. Now he will hang out with Shaw eating Frey Bentos. He's no botman, is he? He's a botty man, is what he is, Jason Brown. He's fucking complete ass. That's what he is. He's not Sven Botman, no. He's fucking Sven Botty man. He's the most arse-tastic player ever. Play with a fish instead of Maguire. Yeah, good shout. Shaved is the expression. Exactly there, AD Stokes. Exactly. The human slab. Juggalo says, if you want Maguire to go, give me a hell yeah. John says his family can't bear you, Piggy. His family can't bear him either. His family probably want him out of Manchester United. If his family have any sort of interest in Manchester United at all, they probably don't want him to play either. At this stage, even for his family, he's turned into the kid who's like the son of the coach on the Sunday League team, who's too shite to even make the starting 11, but he gets on every now and again just because he's the fucking boss's son. That's what he is, even though he's crap. Thank you, Pal Marius. We need to find out what galaxy Maguire's from. He's from the Slabdromeda galaxy, Gattuso. The fucking Slabdromeda, mate. I'm trying, Wedgbury Music. I'm trying. Sod off, Maguire. Here's the goalkeeper's biggest threat. Exactly. Andre Onana's going to fucking give him the old fucking napalm elbow throughout the season if he stays and messes up anymore. Thank you, Simon Warner, for getting over super chat. He says, let Onana loose on him. Slabby's scared of him. Yeah, spot on, mate. Andre Onana needs to go and give him a hiding, man. That's it. Jamsa says he might surprise you, Pig, and be absolutely brilliant this season. The only thing he's going to surprise me at being brilliant at is probably cutting up the oranges at half-time, lad. He's not a good player. I've seen him for 4 years. 4 years. 4 fucking years. 4 years of mediocre guff. We know what we're getting with Harry Maguire. Mikey, thanks for your super chat. He says, some players at lower league clubs in financial problems play without getting paid. Maguire wanted to be paid off his greedy as fuck, ridiculous state. What a fucking wank bag! I know! Goodness me, there's people out there playing for the love of the game, for the passion of the game. I'd give my left nut for 1 season playing for Manchester United. I'd do it for free with a smile on my face. This wanker's got the opportunity to play regular football week to week in the Premier League for David Moyes' West Ham, and would rather sack it off and toss himself off on the bench for a year or 2. You know, what's the matter with these modern day footballers? They're just all about the money. They're greedy. Why? Why do they get like this? Just give them a bloody kick up the arse out of the door, please. Southgate likes him, says Jason Brown. Yeah, Southgate loves him. Southgate and Slabby Maguire allegedly have some sort of bloody romance going on. It's the only logical explanation for how he gets in this team every single time. To be fair, Slabby is good for England. And there's not that many players in the centre-back positions that are even capable of taking the place off of Harry Maguire. But if Harry Maguire's not playing regular football for his domestic side, surely he's not going to get selected by Pizza Hut paper-bag head twat Southgate, is he? How can he justify selecting a man who's sitting around tossing himself off all the time? He's got to be playing regular players who are playing regularly for their teams. That's fundamentally what it is. Southgate's alluded to that recently and said as much, that he can't guarantee Slabby Maguire a place if he's not playing regularly. There comes a time when you need to have your players playing regular football. And he could go and play regular football at West Ham, but instead he elects to be a fucking Easter Island statue in Manchester United's dressing room. It's just... it's the most frustrating thing I've ever seen. It is, just when we thought we were rid of this wanker. Need a Slabby out t-shirt. 120 minutes Slabby has cost us, and he wants more for being the worst captain I've known in 45 plus years following United. Precisely, mate. He's the worst captain, isn't he, this guy? He makes Captain Pugwash look fucking competent. Connor Garrity, thank you for your super chat. He says Maguire's head thinking is the same as a chicken. Headless, mate. Headless chicken. A chicken who's had his head ripped off. That's the same level of thinking that we've got there for Slabby Maguire, mate. He reads the game like a fucking headless chicken, dude. You're absolutely right. Maguire should do off with Henry the Hoover. What are you talking about there, Baz's buttery bread lad? Don't know what you're on about. Easter Island statue. That's what he is. That's what he is. Saudi needs to buy Maguire if you want him to leave. Crikey, I don't even think they want him, mate. You try and get rid of Harry Maguire anywhere right now. Goodness me. He's unsaleable. Plus, he wouldn't want to go anyway, would he? He'd be like, oh, I'm not going to Saudi. That's too far. I could just get 200 grand a week and play for Manchester United, you know? All roads point to the Glazers here. They won't pay him off. No, why would they, to be fair? Why would they? You can't terminate the deal and pay the remainder of his contract. That's crazy. The best case scenario is he realises he's never going to play for United, and he will realise that it will be public enemy number 1 with the fan base, and he does one out of this football club, and we pay a remainder of his contract. That's the best case scenario. A lot of Wrexham's players drop 2 divisions to non-league football to play for them. I know they get paid well, but they wanted the challenge. Exactly there, 0793. You're absolutely spot on, lad. You know, Ben Foster himself said that in terms of the money that he's been paid in his career, what he's paid at Wrexham is basically peanuts. But he does it for the joy. He does it for the challenge. He does it because he likes the project. He likes the idea. That's what a lot of these players don't understand these days. They're scum. Maguire, the ultimate deal breaker, yes. Easter Island statues are more mobile. Maguire's the iceberg that's something Titanic, says Baz's buttery bread. Alright, get a few more comments in here, guys. I'm going to read a couple more out, but I'm fucked off tonight, guys, and I can't be dealing with it, to be fair. I know we got 400 odd legends in it. It's a great show this evening, but I just can't be bothered to discuss this twat anymore. He's a fucking parasite, guys. We need to get rid of this prick. Well, Ten Hag needs to lay the smackdown on this guy, make it clear to him that he's never going to play for us again. And we'll be sat in the reserves, polishing boots, making cups of tea, cutting up half-time oranges, tickling fucking Doris in the background if he's not going to go. That's what needs to be made clear. And that will affect his England place. It will affect a lot of things for Harry Maguire. Yes, he might still get paid the same amount of cash. But fundamentally, we've got to make it known that we don't want this lingerer anymore. We don't need him anymore. We don't want him. We've got to move on. We wanted to go get somebody else with the money. 299 likes. Thank you so much for everyone who smashed that like button. Make sure you hit that thumbs up if you haven't done so. Mikey says the fan base was criticised for booing him in the US tour. How's he going to be received now? Yeah, exactly. They'll probably be throwing pieces of shite at the guy, mate. England place. Andorra wouldn't select him, says Berber. Hey, fair play to you. Maybe if Southgate was their coach. Exactly, Duke of Rodtown. You give me £3 and a lucky bag for the slab. Deal! 2 sugars, please, Mags. Absolutely. We want Pavard, yeah, and if not Pavard, somebody else. The only way we get somebody else is if we sell the guy. Talk about McTominay? Fuck McTominay, mate. He's probably going to be the same bloody type of melter who doesn't even want to go. You know, okay, what will happen is Paqueta goes to City and then West Ham come in with a £35-40 million offer for McTominay. McTominay goes, you know what, I'm just going to fucking nosh off Slabo for 2 years instead. Probably would happen. It wouldn't even allow him on the team coach. Exactly. West Ham want to pay him £80 per week only, says Timmy. Timmy, you don't know that, my friend. Surely West Ham United are not going to be that stupid that they expect Manchester United to pay £120,000 a week to Slabby to be a West Ham player, mate. Come on. Give your head a wobble, son. It's obviously a lot more than that. He's just being a greedy bastard. We can't sell him if he keeps rejecting clubs. That's it. These players, they've got the ultimate power. They've got the contract. They've got the money. The ball's in their court. They don't have to go anywhere if they don't want to. Well, there you go, IE. The guy's a wanker, mate. What can I say? I've got a lot to say about him, bud. I've not just been at Harry Maguire for an hour. I've been at Harry Maguire for 3.5 fucking years, bud. This is nothing new. The Biscuit Bandit, thank you for your super chat here, Biscuit Bandit. He says Slabby is like one of those mouldy biscuits that you find and you eat it and it comes back and makes you feel bad later like real life. The fuck's your problem, mate? Who's eating mouldy biscuits, lad? You got some issues there, bud. That's your own fault there, man. What's the matter with you? Oh my God. Put a collar on him, call him. Harry's not watching this, Bass's buttery bread, mate. He hadn't got time for this, mate. He's on 200 grand a week, bud. He's currently been oiled down by a couple of Miss Worlds, lad. Do you know what I'm saying? He's got no time for this. TTV Meesen 5498, get in there. Yes, he's loving it. Any updates on Greenwood? Yeah, he's a fucking twat. There you go, there's the update on Greenwood. Clint, thank you very much for the $10 super chat. He says, here's the first $10 towards get rid of Slabo GoFundMe, says Clint, mate. Thank you very much for the $10 super chat there, Clint, lad. I appreciate you, dude. Yeah. Thank you for that, bud. I think we're going to need a shitload more than that, lad. You know, but it's the first $10 towards it. That's awesome. Crikey, just another £200,000 a week to get this wanker gone. Super chat. Berber says he's the same player he was at Hull. No better, no faster, no more intelligent. Same old slab, 120 million later. Exactly. It's a gash situation, Mark. Anyway, right, thank you guys. Listen, you know, I'm going to read a couple more comments out. Keep getting your thoughts in. I'll read a couple more. I'm only going to stay on here for a couple of minutes because I'm literally enraged with this piece of news. But have your say, guys. Get your thoughts and opinions in and get involved in the live chat for a few more minutes and I will read a few more out. Drop a like on the video as well. Hit the subscribe. We're only 7 subscribers away from 71,150. Come back after this video is finished, of course, and have your say on this whole matter. Conor Garrity says, Piggy got something positive to say. We never score the wrong way, unlike Maguire, says Conor Garrity. We never score the wrong way, unlike Maguire, says Conor Garrity. Well, yeah, I mean, what does that even mean? I don't even know what that even means, Conor Garrity. Are you talking about sexually, mate? Because my bread is strictly butter side up, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? But, you know, you're absolutely right. We don't score OGs around here, my son. Conor Garrity, thank you very much indeed here for getting in here. Thank you, Stefan, says great stream, mate. I appreciate you. Where do you think we'll finish at the end of the season now? Same second place. I've got to try and remain optimistic. Surely we're going to do better than last season, but who knows? There's other clubs that have done business and tried to actually make ambitious signings. And we have signed a couple of good players, but we haven't done enough. They did indeed, Brazzers. I'm going to chillax now, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna chill right out now, guys. We'll get back on all the remaining transfer news and everything. There's some bits and bobs. I'm not going to discuss it right now. It's meaningless. It pales in comparison to Slabo Maguire and the situation there. You know, it really does. That's it from me, guys. I'm done. I'm done talking about it. I know we've got 450 people in here right now. Come back after this video's finished and have your say in the not live comment section. Do us a favour. Come back and comment and get your thoughts and opinions in. Tell you what, whoever comes back and comments after this video and gives their opinions on Slabby Maguire on this vid, afterwards, we'll have a giveaway for a t-shirt tomorrow and we'll choose the winner in the evening show. So come back after this video is finished. Comment in the not live comment section. You've got until 1 a.m. to comment on this video after it's finished. Come back after it's finished, get your thoughts and opinions in, have your say about Maguire in the situation. We'll choose a winner completely at random tomorrow, and you will get a free t-shirt. We'll get the old Wheel of Fortune game up and put everyone's names in and choose a winner tomorrow night. So come back afterwards when this video is finished, get your thoughts and opinions in. Also, for now, smash the like, smash the subscribe, click the bell icon for notifications, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch. And thank you all for watching, guys. There's almost too many to name, but all the legends at the end of this show, thank you so much for being in here. Really do appreciate you. All the moderators, all the members, thank you so much for listening to me ramble on here for the better part of an hour. I really do appreciate that. You're a bunch of legends. Come back afterwards, comment with your thoughts, and we will give you a shout out after, No, we'll enter you into the competition. We'll do a t-shirt giveaway tomorrow night, guys. Come back afterwards and get your thoughts and opinions in. Hashtag Glazers out. Hashtag Slabby out. The guy's a complete parasite as far as I'm concerned now. He's shown his true colours. And he doesn't want to leave Manchester United, does he? No, he's quite happy to get the £200,000 a week to be a complete shitter at the back for United. He's never going to play. Sack him off, Ten Hag. Let it be known what his plan is to play him in the reserves and never let this guy darken our doors again. We've got to kick him out of the football club now. Kicking and screaming whichever way that we can. Thanks for everyone for watching. That's it from me. Come back and have your say, as I say. If you comment between now and 1 a.m, you'll be entered into a giveaway. I'm going to leave it there. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Kick at Flying Pig United. All the links are in the description of this video. If you want to join us on social media on those places, check out the website, flyingpigunited.com. But that's it from me, guys. Each and every one of you, you have a great night. Hashtag Slabby out. What a fucking lingerer, man. Impossible to get rid of this turd. See you on the next one. I'll be back tomorrow with the latest transfer news, hopefully with some more positive stuff to discuss. See you later on. Thanks for being here. Piggy loves you. And remember, when the seagulls follow the trawler, as this is because they think Slabby Maguire will be thrown into the fucking shitter. Thank you very much.